In a candlelit chamber deep within the apostolic palace, a frail figure lies still. A doctor leans in, fingers gently pressed to the Pope's neck. No pulse. He notes the time. The room is silent. Then the Camerlengo, the papal chamberlain, steps forward and speaks the Pope's baptismal name aloud. Once, twice, 3 times. No reply. Centuries ago, the Camerlengo would tap the Pope's forehead with a silver hammer, a ritual last recorded in the 19th century. Today, it's mostly legend, but the message is unchanged. The Pope is dead. With that solemn declaration, one of the world's oldest institutions is momentarily without a leader. The throne of St. Peter is empty. Sede vacante, the seat is vacant. Immediately, ancient protocol is set in motion. The Camerlengo removes the ring of the fisherman from the Pope's hand, used to seal documents, now a symbol of authority that must be destroyed. It will be broken along with the Pope's personal seal to prevent forgeries in his name. The papal apartments are sealed shut with wax and ribbon, and the Swiss guards leave their posts. Their charge, protecting the Pope, is temporarily over. The outside world still doesn't know. First, the Cardinal Vicar of Rome is informed. He will announce the Pope's death to the city. Notices are sent through secure diplomatic channels to world leaders and church officials. Only after these quiet communications does the Vatican confirm it to the public. In past centuries, the first sign to Romans might have been the tolling of the great bronze bell at St. Peter's. When Pope Benedict XVI died in 2022, the bells rang 88 times, once for every year of his life. Today, the world may learn from a press release or social media, but the Vatican still tries to uphold the dignity of the process. Now begins a period of mourning. For 9 days, known as the novendiales, the Church holds solemn masses in the Pope's memory. His body is carefully embalmed, dressed in red vestments, the color worn by popes in death, and placed on a litter. He is carried to St. Peter's Basilica and laid in state beneath Michelangelo's dome. There, Swiss guards stand watch beside flickering candles. Pilgrims and dignitaries stream in by the thousands. Some kneel crossing themselves. Others simply stare, moved by the sight of the lifeless figure who once led over 1 billion souls. The line stretches for hours across St. Peter's Square. In 2005, over 3 million people came to see John Paul II. On the 4th to 6th day, the Pope's funeral takes place. The coffin, plain, wooden, and undecorated, is carried into a packed St. Peter's Square. Kings, presidents, and patriarchs stand side by side. Psalms echo through the air. At John Paul II's funeral, a gust of wind famously turned the pages of the Gospel book atop his casket until they closed, a moment many saw as a divine sign. Before burial, a white veil is placed over the Pope's face. A small bag of coins minted during his reign and a rogado, a document summarizing his life, are sealed inside the coffin. The Pope is buried in 3 nested coffins, one of cypress wood for humility, another of lead for protection, and a final outer coffin of oak representing strength. With the burial complete, attention turns to the future. The Church must choose a new leader. The cardinals, those under 80 years old, have already begun arriving in Rome. Informal conversations unfold behind closed doors. Who can best guide the Church? What challenges lie ahead? Meanwhile, the Vatican remains in caretaker mode. The College of Cardinals assumes responsibility for day-to-day decisions until a new pope is elected. Through general congregations, the cardinals discuss church affairs and prepare for the conclave. By church law, it must begin no sooner than 15 and no later than 20 days after the pope's death, giving time for all electors to arrive. When the day comes, the cardinal electors gather for a special mass, then walk in solemn procession into the Sistine Chapel. Under the gaze of Michelangelo's Last Judgment, they swear oaths of secrecy. Then comes the moment. Extra omnes! Everyone out! The doors are closed and bolted shut from the outside. The conclave has begun. Inside, the cardinals vote. Once on the first day, then up to 4 times daily until someone receives a 2/3 majority. Their ballots are burned after each session. If no decision is reached, black smoke billows from the chapel's chimney. Fumata nera, no pope yet. Crowds watch the smoke in anxious anticipation. Reporters speculate. Tourists snap photos. Vendors outside sell souvenirs marked sede vacante. The world waits. Then, one day, often just a day or two later, the smoke turns white. Fumata bianca, cheers erupt across St. Peter's Square. Bells ring. The church has a new pope. Inside, the chosen cardinal is asked, "Do you accept your election as Supreme Pontiff?" Most, overwhelmed, simply whisper, "Accepto." In the room of tears, he dons the white papal cassock. Moments later, he reappears in the Sistine Chapel to pray. Meanwhile, the senior cardinal deacon steps onto the central balcony. Annuncio vobis gaudium magnum, Habemus Papam. I announce to you a great joy. We have a pope. He announces the new pontiff's name and chosen title. The crowd listens, sometimes with confusion, sometimes with instant recognition. In 2013, many were surprised to hear the name Francis. Then the new pope emerges. He steps into the light. Cheers roar, cameras flash. He raises his hand and offers his first blessing, Urbi et Orbi, to the city and to the world. Behind the scenes, Vatican workers unseal the papal apartments. The church breathes again, led by a new shepherd. That is what happens when a pope dies. An intricate blend of mourning, ritual, and renewal. A passing in silence. A choice made in secrecy. And at the end, the announcement that echoes through time. Habemus Papam, we have a pope.